Little Cara, she's in her bedroom now. She's looking out the window. The skies are purple pink. The sun is sadly setting. And we hear in the far-off distance a train go by. Little Cara's holding in her hand a children's book with Big Bird on it. And she feels utterly alone. And it's at that moment she realizes she's in God's dream. Little Cara, she back in old man John's house again, okay? Now, instead of that big old black gun in her mouth, it's his penis. And he's moving her head back and forth and back and forth. And that poor little 5-year-old girl, she can't even breathe. Back and forth. She ain't even there. Saturday morning. Little Cara's getting ready to start that day. Okay. Slide, hose, we're here, a knick-knack, making a knick-knack knock on the back porch door. And wouldn't you know, it's her neighbor with his signature blue button-up and his baby blue pants. Oh, Johnny Scarecrow. Now he looks down at little Cara and he says, that little Cara couldn't actually hear what he was saying. It's that she was so geniusly blocking it out. I done bashed the dog's brains out, and if you tell your ma, I'm gonna do the same thing to her too. What? I'm gonna go get my brother. Little Cara goes and gets her older brother to answer the door. He goes to the door. Moments later, he comes back and says to little Cara, Rags got hit by a car. Now, wouldn't you know it, old man John found it quite necessary to be a part of that family's grieving process over their beloved dog. He follows them, the parents of course, to the end of old man John's driveway to pick up that poor little doggy with his brains bashed all over the pavement. They take the dog, they bring it to the basement with old man John creepily following behind. Now, he says to my mom, "You're gonna need to bury that dog in a black plastic bag so it don't decompose and it lives forever." And then in some other kind of queer way, he starts kind of weeping and says, "Will you go to church with me so we can pray for your doggy?" Years went by and this same kind of gross shit kept happening to little Cara, but she didn't know it. Finally, it was time for her physical escape. Not mental, but physical. Her family decides to move back to New England where they came from. See, they was Yankees. They didn't belong in the South. Little Cara is 9 years old. She ain't so little no more. She has this dream. She's following this big, beautiful whale. It is full of love and passion and safety and peace and security. And she will follow that whale to wherever it goes. That is the prophet whale. They pass a television studio audience full of cartoon fish. Cara's not even phased. She keeps following that whale and following that whale. Now, her without saying, "It's time for me to go." Little Cara's heart sank, and as her heart sank, her body sank. It's time for suicide. I cannot live without this whale that represents everything beautiful in the world. Moments later, the whale comes down and nudges little Cara on top of his head and brings her up to the top of the ocean and shows her this beautiful city skyline. It was midnight. Now, I grew up. Don't call myself Cara no more. I go by Cara. And I live in New York City. Every single day on my way to work, I take the subway and go over the bridge, and I see that same exact city skyline that prophet whale showed me in my dream. This world, this material world, there's way more to it than that.